So here's an example where AI, which is awesome technology, can do wonderful creative things. But I want to show you how to edit this photo using traditional creative resources, aka in the mind, hand-eye coordination stuff. You know, so what you can do in Photoshop now, especially the newer version, is it's called generative. I'll show you. If you go over here to edit, it's generative fill. So if we take this section of this photo here of this lovely bride, and you see there's power lines back there, and we want to get rid of these power lines all across the board here. You can see there's a sign there. You know, we want to take that away. There's a lot of work to be done, and there's many ways to do this. Now, in the not so far future, we'll be able to do this automatically, robotically, with artificial intelligence or AI. So this generative fill right here, I could say, I grab this selection and I could say remove power lines. But let me show you what happens right now. And it's learning. The AI system is learning, right? So I'll say remove power lines. And it's going to tap into all of the AI generators and databases. And it's working right now. So see, it's going to grab what's highlighted. Now what I'd like it to do is remove those wires, those power lines, right? Now watch what it comes up with. Wait for it. There. So see, it tries its best, but there's still lines going across the tree. I'll undo and redo. You see the difference here? Now it's interesting because see how it filled the tree? It continued a tree, it made a different tree, and it's looking at the rest of the photo here, and you can see how it's attempting. It's adding some kind of new sign here that I didn't ask for. There's still power lines there, right? It's not perfect. It's not exactly right. And you can even try it again and watch how different it can be. So if I go to generative fill and I type in remove the power lines and blend, and then generate using AI, and watch what happens. La 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 la. And you can write this, as it says here, in different languages too. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool technology, but it has some work to do. There. So that's actually better, right? You can see where at least it can give you something to work with. So this is what it was. This is where it is now. And it creates sometimes these weird items. Now, that's okay, because I can work with this in the background and maybe blend that. But the problem with that now is that in the background we have this bench, which was there anyway, but see how we have this tree, this thick tree here, and it's blending it into this thin tree. It doesn't quite match up. So there's work to be done. There's work to be done. So we're going to work on this a little bit, but I just wanted to show you first the AI component. So I have a decision to make in this particular photo, to cut this out and to create something new in this whole panel, or to try to blend out the wires. Now let me quickly show you how I would blend out the wires in this particular photo. And why would I do that? Because this is a lovely photo and it just sort of detracts from what's going on. So I want to see if I can clean that up for the bride. And we have this cloning tool, which is a classic tool. That thing's been around for years. You can change the size of the tool here. We're basically cloning things. So we have these wires here. We can clone this to get rid of some of this. See? And you don't want to be like linear, I call it, where it's like this. If I do the same thing, see it keeps showing up over and over the same stuff. I don't want to do that. So now I'm going to pick and choose all over the document to kind of fill it in. See, I mean, this is where the artiste comes in, where you have to be an artist, know what trees look like, and try your best to paint this so that it looks real. You don't want to, for example, just say, hey, look at this. This is great. No, it's going to look sloppy. You still have to be an artist like you're working with a brush. So I'll take my time, although you can do this pretty quickly and efficiently. All right, but this is an important photo to the bride, so you don't want to rush through it all too quickly. But you can see here where, let me clone a little bit more of this. And by the way, you take this lasso tool, and I have a feather on it right now, and I want to take from right here to here. Let me just create a mask, like a temporary mask right here. And then I'll do Command H to hide it. See, I toggle the hide so I don't see it. And what that's going to do is now when I go to use the clone tool, And I want to go down here to the corner and fill that in where that sign is. See, it's masked, so it kind of protects that. See? So it makes a nice sharp edge. See? Now see that little dark spot down there. Maybe I want this lighter dark spot to kind of go over here. But you can see, and we don't want this cloning effect where it matches. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want that. So that's why I like to stagger it, grab from different parts of it. And this is pretty much how you start, cloning it with a clone tool. And that's why you don't always want to rush and create something with AI just because it's cool to have. It really depends on the piece. And you can see by just taking your time, see the couple minutes we spent doing this here in this video, showing you, how to work on this. And yes, we can use AI, but see how it's starting to blend the trees and get rid of the wires? Before, we had them go right across. There's nothing wrong with old school, and there's nothing wrong with working together with modern day AI and traditional tools.